You know, one of the things that I really can't stand is when black people who have made it, who have achieved a certain level of success in this country, then turn around and tell people who are coming up behind them that they can't make it because the country is systemically racist. Case in point, Sunny Hostin and The View. Tim Scott has entered the race for president as a Republican. Full disclosure, I support Tim Scott. I'm a Tim Scott fan. I wish him well. But listen to Sunny Hostin and then Whoopi Goldberg talk about how Tim Scott is the exception and not the rule when it comes to black people.
That Tim Scott has is that he seems to think because I made it, everyone can make it. Ignoring, again, the fact that he is the exception and not the rule. And until he is the rule, then he can stop talking about systemic racism.
That's Clarence Thomas syndrome.
But I do think that he has championed policies specific to help the black and brown community. The First Step Act, which I know a lot of liberals think it didn't go far enough, but it helped in the first year get 3,000 inmates released into rehabilitation programs.
Those are all great.
He was the champion of the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act, which I think was able.
He was one of them. Yeah, he was. Listen, I don't take it. Look, he's done some good stuff, okay. But if you're running for president, you got to do more than that.
Yeah.
So Whoopi Goldberg says that he has Clarence Thomas syndrome. Sunny Hostin says that he's the exception and not the rule. That's his problem. He thinks that just because he made it, that is the way it should be, that everybody else can do the same thing. Truth serum, full disclosure. Hey, Sunny Hostin, I'm talking to you. Yes, that is the truth. I made it. I came up from a broken home. My dad left when I was 9, 10 years old. I was raised by a single mom. My mom had to work 2 jobs. That is the way you can make it. Stop giving people a reason to fail. I am so done with these people like Sunny Hostin and Whoopi Goldberg and LeBron and Jay-Z, all these black folks that have made it, but then they turn around to black folks, young black people who want to do the same thing that they did. You kick the ladder from them and say, nah, man, you can't make it. This country is full of oppression. This country is full of racism. That's what the black bougie elite do. They only get it for themselves. They don't lead a pathway for other people to achieve after them. And it's so sad to see that because that is the case. Tim Scott decided to run for president. Applaud the black man. But no, if you look on Twitter, if you look on social media, black folks are coming after him, attacking him, calling him a coon, calling him Uncle Tim Scott, all this stuff. Why do we do that as black people? You complain about white supremacy, right? You're doing the same thing that white supremacists do. White supremacists call people the N-word. White supremacists call people coons. White supremacists call black folks monkeys, even though you shouldn't get offended by that. But they did. I mean, even Tim Scott talks about some of the criticism he got for standing up against President Biden.
The far left fears the most. When I cut your taxes, they called me a prop. When I refunded the police, they called me a token. When I pushed back on President Biden, they even called me the N-word. I disrupt their narrative. I threaten their control. The truth of my life disrupts their lives.
See, it's stuff like this that's frustrating because as a black conservative, you already don't get support from a lot of conservatives. I mean, I'm looking online, I'm seeing a lot of these quote-unquote MAGA people who are not supporting Tim Scott. So he's not going to get support from them. Then you got these black conservatives because they want to be in the black... You got these black conservatives who want to be in the in crowd on the Republican side. Then they're not going to support Tim Scott because they want to be on the in crowd. They trying to be quote-unquote MAGA. Please, man, support the best candidate. I support Tim Scott because of what he stands for, his faith, his values, and I believe he's a shining light in this country. I really do. His story resonates with people. But because these black conservatives want to be in the in crowd with these conservatives over here with the MAGA crowd, they're not going to say that. They're not going to say that. And then you got black folks over here condemning the man too. That's the problem. When you have a biblical conservative, it's hard for that person to find the right kind of lane because the MAGA folks don't want him because he don't give them the angry red meat that they want. Then you get the black folks over here who call any black conservative a coon, a raccoon, Uncle Tom, and this and that. But to have people like Sunny Hostin be on national TV and say that Tim Scott is the exception. Well, you're the exception, Sonny Hostin. Whoopi Goldberg's the exception. I'm the exception. There are a lot of exceptions out here. That is what really aggravates me. And she would call herself a Christian and call herself a Catholic, but yet she would feel and endorse the systemic racism narrative because it benefits her. You want to know why they do that? Let's be real. You want to know why black folks do that, who have achieved, who are politically on the left? Because it benefits them. Because it benefits them to continue to perpetuate this systemic racism narrative. It benefits them. It gives them more power. It gives them more clout. It keeps them here and keeps everybody else here. They don't want to have democracy and opportunity. They don't want equality of opportunity. They don't want that because it lessens them. Because see, when you are the quote unquote exception, then you get certain privileges as being the exception. You see, you get privileges. And especially if you're a black woman who is progressive, you get privileges. So therefore, you will fight against anyone that will disrupt it. And especially a black man that's gonna disrupt it who is conservative. I know I give y'all a lot of fire videos, a lot of truth, but I'm gonna give you a truth right here. You need to retweet this, share this part right here. I'm gonna give it to you. Black progressive women hate black conservative men. They hate them because, you wanna know why they hate them? Because black conservative men believe in traditional values, they believe in the order, believe in natural order, biblical order, and black progressive women hate that. That's why they will marry a white liberal man before they marry a black conservative man. Yeah, I said it. A black progressive woman who talks about black power. Look, Ebony K. Williams, for example. She was engaged to a white man. Because black progressive women will fall at the knees and black progressive women will marry a white liberal man before they marry a black conservative man, because that black conservative man is a threat to their perch, is a threat to their pedestal, is a threat to their privilege. That's why. So that's why you can have people like Sonny Hostin and Whoopi Goldberg stand on this stupid show called The View and attack a black man who's running for president. Man, please get out of here with that. They want all of us to be victims. We are not victims. We are empowered for greatness.